welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I am doing a favourites video. I've got a list on my phone because there's a few things that I can't bring up here and a few things that I have got with me. But yeah, I've actually preferred doing these at the beginning of the next month. So obviously today I'm doing about the July favourites, even though it's now August. So yeah, I've just preferred doing like that because then I can give a full review because I've had them the entire month, rather than, you get what I mean, right? So yeah, the first thing on my list is Avas Unicorn. I got this from eBay. It was a tad bit expensive, but you can personalise it to your own taste. So you can choose what colour hair you want, what length you want, if you want like a short mane, a long mane. So yeah, I just told her to have a white unicorn with pink hair, and let her choose anything else. So we've got a unicorn, it's got like pink rainbowy hair, and it is quite long, and then we put it on Ava's wall, and what Ava's doing is just put some of the bows in it. But yeah, it looks really nice, and I was kind of afraid because the wall was white to have then a white unicorn on it, because we were debating about going for the short hair or long hair, but because she actually has the long hair, it kind of looks a lot better because it brings some of the colour into it. So yeah, I got that from eBay. It was about £30, but like I said, it was handmade, and you can personalise it with your colours and things like that. So I just thought it was great. It is kind of like a teddy bear as well. It's made of like a fleecy material, and it's padded, and then you kind of got like a piece of wood at the back where it hangs up. But yeah, I love that, Eve loves that, and it looks really pretty. By the way, if you can hear something in the background, Eva's in here at the minute, so next to me. Are you tired? She's just playing on the Xbox. Right, so the next one is a bath towel. I've not brought it in here with me, but I think I'll just film Andrew wearing it. We've always preferred the swimming towels for after the bath, instead of wrapping a towel in them and then obviously either they sit there and fall off, or yeah. So I've always put them in bath towels, pretty much as soon as they were out of the normal baby towels, I put them in like the swimming towels. I just find them loads easier. You can kind of like rub the head and dry the hair a little bit easier because I've got the hoods, and dry the body, and like I said, they don't get cold because I don't wrap the towel, it's always on them. Like my kids, when they used to have bath together, they'd always like run up and down the landing in the towels. And basically Andrew's now 8 and his swimming towel basically wouldn't cover his bum anymore. So I went out and bought a proper one. There were two sizes. There was like 7 to 9 or 10 to 13. And I basically thought, well, is there any point of getting the 7 to 9 one because there's 8? So I ended up getting the 10 to 13 one, or I think it's 10 to 13. So I ended up getting that one, and it is a bit big on him, but it's fine because it's a towel. And I just thought that one would probably last him even longer than get him up to age 9. It's blue, it's got a massive pocket in the front, and it's made out of actual like toweling material, so it's a lot thicker than the ones that like Ava's got at the minute that I bought from shops. But I got it from Amazon, and I love it, and Andrew loves it. The only downside to it, the first few days, it would leave little blue bits on the floor from it, but then that's completely fine now. It's been washed. But it's really good. It actually pretty much goes to his ankles as well, so I know it's going to cover him for a long time. I mean, I could probably wear it and get away with it, but yeah, we both love it, and probably eventually in the next year or two I might get Ava one because there's loads of colours as well, but just get her like the 7 to 9 one, because they are pretty, the normal swim towels are pretty short in comparison to those, and that would be a lot easier to like dry her legs and things because it's longer, rather than pulling the towel down to dry her legs. But yeah, I really recommend having these type of towels when the kids get out of the bath because it's just so much easier. But them ones are really nice as well. One of the new things that I've also been loving is this, my headboard. I basically kind of like done a massive bed transformation, and yeah, we was going to get a new bed. There's nothing wrong with this bed. The headboard definitely needed changing because it all cracked and it gone funny. But I was just going to get a new bed because I could, and then get a new mattress with it because I desperately need a new mattress. But instead, the bed I wanted one was the ottoman one that you lift up, but these do actually have drawers in. But I thought, I measured everything up, and because it's a different type of bed with an ottoman in, the bed's actually longer and wider, and this is a very small room, and there just wouldn't be any more space. I didn't realise that it was like this much longer and wider, even though it's still a double. So I looked into other things, and instead of spending £400 on a new bed, I actually spent £50 on a headboard, and it looks brand new. And then I spent £30 on a covering as well, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But I actually love this bed, and I love the headboard. It came from eBay, and it came fairly fast, to be honest. I ordered it like on Friday and it came on Monday, or I ordered it like on a Wednesday, it came on Monday, something like that. So it came at the earliest time I ordered it, because it said between Monday and Thursday I would get it, and I got it on the earliest day. But yeah, I love it. It's nice and grey. I'll show you a clip of it in a second. But yeah, and now the bed looks completely different, because I'm trying to transition out of the colours in here was like a charcoal grey and black, and now I'm transitioning out of it, so like everything else is white with a bit of grey in it and a bit of pink. So yeah, I'm slowly changing little bits in this bedroom, seeing as I've pretty much finished most rooms in the house. Talking about the bed is basically the elastic sheet to go around it, because the bed is a I forgot what it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically got a base. Instead of like poles and stuff, it's just a thick base. And I wanted like a valance sheet, something like that, to basically cover the black. And I actually did order one from Argos, and then I was looking around whilst I was looking at headboards, and then one just popped up where it had elasticated top and bottom, and it just fits elasticated over it, so it actually looks like that's the bed rather than covered with a sheet. It's the same type of, well, this was a suede, but I think suede and velvet, forgetting my words today, suede and velvet are fairly similar in textures, but pretty much exactly the same colour. And yeah, it just goes around the base of the bed, and it just looks like a brand new bed, even though it's not. So yeah, I recommend if anyone's changing the colour scheme, that just do something like that instead of getting a whole new bed, because you can just get the coverings for it, and it's really, really good. I highly recommend them. They are a little bit more pricey than like valance sheets. It was like £25, but it's £25. It looks like a brand new bed. It's better than spending £400 on a brand new bed. Another one to do with my bedroom is the lampshade I've got. Last month I included Ava's lampshade, the pink one, and I was really wanting one, and I was debating whether or not to get the same as Ava but in grey, but they actually sold out now. So I looked around for a white one, and I found one that was reasonable. Expensive, but reasonable for the amount that I found it. So I had a look around, and a lot of things like on Amazon and stuff, you could get it, but it came with a light fixture where it was like I think it's B27 fixture, which I don't like those, because we have one of those in the hallways, and then it's just a complete pain. So I just wanted one that would fit the fixture that I've already got, and I found it from Very. I ordered it and it came like 3 days later, which was amazing, and it's a lot bigger than what Ava's is. It's huge. And I've noticed as well that sometimes Ava's isn't the thickest, like the feathers aren't that thick to like cover, but mine's very, very thick. It's covered in loads of feathers. The feathers don't come out. Feathers don't come out or anything either, but yeah, it's so pretty, and I'm glad I got that one. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just love them. It looks kind of like a fluffy cloud in the sky. I was going to get Ava the white one, but she picked pink. But yeah, I love my white one in here, and it just looks so pretty. The next one I'm going to talk about is this. It's a cold compress. We have had one for years, since Andrew was a baby, which was Pepper, and recently it broke, and then I found these. These are a little bit thicker. But these ones, I don't know if it was the same with mine, but these ones you can actually put in the freezer as well as the fridge. I've got some for my shoulder and my knee, where it's like this, blue, but mine's blue gel, and you put it in the freezer but it doesn't freeze, and it still makes it like that. I love it. But yeah, we always keep this one in the fridge because it's always on hand if the kids bump themselves. I think the freezer sometimes when you put it on, it's very cold for the kids, so we always keep it in the fridge. But yeah, I really recommend them. They were just a couple of quid. This ladybird one, and they had a frog one, and then something else as well. I want to say like a rubber ducky type one. But yeah, highly recommend these if you've got a house with, if you've got kids basically, because they work a treat, especially if they're like overreacting on a bump, and you just kind of like, yeah, just put this on, it makes it all better. It's like a magic thing. So yeah, I definitely recommend these, but you can get loads of different ones as well. The next one that I got was this angled brush. It's a Deluxe Brush. Basically, we've been painting a few of the rooms around the house. We do actually have most of the rooms now painted. It's just this room and then a little bit in Andrew's room that we need to do, and then downstairs toilet. But everywhere else has been painted, the hallway, the bedrooms, and basically when I was cutting, you know, like around the bottom, I was really struggling because my arm would ache, and I wanted something that would be quite, well, I could do it faster, so I ordered this. I weren't expecting it to be this. I thought it was like one of those pads because it didn't really show much of a picture where you kind of like have a pad and you kind of go like that, but then I realised when I got it it's an actual brush, but it's incredible. Also, I don't like taping off stuff, like obviously I do around the door because of the woodwork paint and stuff, but like I don't do it around plug sockets or light shades because I find masking tape just annoying because it rips off half the paint. So I do it when it's dry, or sometimes I forget and then yeah, it rips off half the paint. So these angle brushes work really well for cutting in and cutting around things. It's kind of like a triangle. Obviously I've used it a bit, but when it's wet it'll stick together more. And yeah, it's easy to hold because it's this triangular shape. For me, for the carpet tunnel, I can hold it like a pencil and do it like that way. So it's a little bit easier for me to hold, and it means I can do the cutting a little bit faster. You'll find bits around the room, especially up there, because I cannot reach my arms up there very well at all. And because obviously I have to stand like one-legged on a ladder. Basically, I was just a pain for cutting up around there, and you'd see, like, if I show you the hallway, like the paint that I got on the ceiling whilst doing it, it does need touching up. But yeah, and it got very, very painful. But this makes it loads easier just to cut around stuff. The last and final one are these plates. The kids basically had these like pastel cups. I bought the blue one to go in the kids' bathroom, and I love the colours, so I searched like pastel plates and I found these ones, not realising that they're actually bamboo. Yeah, and I just think they're so nice, and actually I've been using these because they're fairly big. They're not like normal size plates because these are the smaller ones, because you could get this one in a size bigger if you wanted to. I got these ones. And yeah, sometimes I'll have it, like the other day when I had an omelette, yesterday when I had an omelette, I just put my omelette on this. I just really like them. They're really pretty, but the bamboo, so they're really good for the environment, and I didn't want something that was going to break. So I don't let the kids have normal plates because they're breaking in them. So they always have plastic, but yeah, I kind of like the bamboo ones a bit more. I do want to invest in the bowls as well because they're just so pretty. It came in 4 colours. It came in like a green, and then another green, but it's like a bluey green, and then a grey, and then like a yellowy white colour. It's like an off-white, but I really do like them. Oh, there is one more that I completely forgot because I just checked my list. Is the paint I've been using around the house. Most of my rooms, which this room is going to be eventually as well, are, well, pretty much all of them are painted with Deluxe paint. It's the washable and tough one where you just wipe it down. I was getting fed up in my kitchen of stuff getting all over the walls, and I'd wipe it down, and because it was very cheap paint that they used in here when they painted, the paint would literally come off and you just see plaster underneath. I touched up on bits that was messy with like more of a tough paint, but it still weren't the greatest. So when I decided to paint most of the house, we went for the Deluxe washable and tough, where it's waterproof, so water sits on it and you just wipe stuff off when it gets mucky, and works amazing in the kitchen because we actually don't have a windowsill on our window. It's painted, and it's where we wash the pots. The sink is in front of it, so that was always getting wet, and then it would like dampen the paint, and then it would just leave it a different colour because it's like soaked up the water. So I highly recommend that, but not just that, but the colour we went for. We've got a white one which we did in the living room, and then 2 of Ava's walls are the white one, and 2 of Andrew's walls is going to be the white one, and all the bathrooms are the white one as well. But everywhere else is something called polished pebble. It is a grey, it's a lovely grey. When I first saw it, to me it looked white, and I was like, oh, that's not going to look right. But then actually when you put it on, it's a lot darker in person. I'd say, I know grey can have a lot of undertones, like you can have like a cool grey, and you can have like a blue grey and a purpley grey, and I was worried about that. It does kind of like, to me, remind me of more of a blue grey, but it's just a really, really nice colour. We have it in the kitchen diner and the hallway, and like I said, I'm going to have it in here because the room's like a bit of a grey and I wanted some colour instead of white. But yeah, I absolutely love it, and it's really nice colour, and highly recommend the paint if you've got kids, because if you get things on the wall, like for us, I'll just walk around and there's like a splodge of food on the wall that they've just got on there because they, yeah, messy. And you just wipe it off, and I love the texture of it because it's a matte, because I much prefer matte paint. And obviously matte paint has been the best for like wiping and whatnot, but that's why I got that paint, because it is it's got like a really chalky feel, which I really, really like it's a blackboard or like a chalkboard type thing. And yeah, it's got a really nice feel to it, and people might not like that, but I really like that. That's just the feel of it. Yeah, but I'd highly recommend that as well for if you're going for any paint, like in a kid's room or in a like an area that you use, or just like me, you've just got people that are messy that live with you, so you end up with random things being on the wall. But yeah, love it, and it's probably one of my favourite paint colours ever. Yeah, that is everything on my favourites list this month, or technically for last month. But I do hope you enjoy it. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, I'll try and link as much as possible in the description. But I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you soon. Bye!